From Toledo's news leader, this is WTOL 11 Breaking News Alert.
Topping headlines at 6:30, a major traffic alert this morning. Diesel is leaking after a nasty crash on I-75 northbound. The interstate is shut down in Rossford at the Wales Road exit. 2 tractor trailers are involved with this crash. We have team coverage on this big story and how it's going to impact your drive-in on this rainy morning. Allie Bradley will tell you how to get around the area. But first, we begin with Maya Belai, who's live on the scene. And a tough situation there this morning, Maya.
Yeah, Andrew, we just witnessed our first major sign of progress here. One semi just hauled away moments ago. You can see now the freeway looking just a little bit more clear this morning. This stems after 2 semi-trucks collided here earlier this morning. You're looking at the Dayton freight truck right now. That is the truck, the semi, that police say actually caused this accident. They say that semi was traveling southbound on 75. It actually crossed over the median into northbound traffic and slammed into another semi-truck. Also involved that little red car that you see there sandwiched in the middle of this entire incident. Right now, it looks like crews are starting to clean up debris. They've run into several issues here this morning. The biggest one, the rain. What we know right now is that one semi-driver was hurt as a result of this crash. He was actually trapped inside of his cab as it caught on fire. Police tell me they had to actually cut him out of his cab in order for him to get out okay. At this point, they're not sure about injuries to anyone else, but as you can see, this is a massive cleanup job underway right now. And what I'm smelling right now out here on the scene is diesel. Right now, crews tell me they're dealing with a pretty significant diesel spill as a result of this accident. So again, lots of things still need to happen before the freeway will be open. It's been closed for several hours. If you can avoid this area, again, it's going to be backed up for quite some time. Reporting live in Northwood, Maya Belai, WTOL 11.
Pretty big mess out there, Maya. Thank you so much. And now for how to get around this, let's check in with Allie Bradley. Allie, even the other ways around this are getting pretty backed up right now.
You're exactly right, Melissa. ODOT diverting traffic here out on 795 because look at that. That is right where that closure is. I-75, we cannot tell you enough, northbound is closed. So I would say instead of taking 795, well, this is a scene right here, but instead of taking 795 right here, this is what we're looking at. This is at Oregon Road. We have been seeing this build up as well a little bit. So you can take 475 up and around 2 if you would like to, just to plan ahead a little bit. Airport Highway, we are moving along just fine here. So again, not any big problem on 475. 795 looks like it is moving, but again, as these morning hours progress and pick up here, so is this traffic. It's going to become more of a mess here, as ODOT telling us that we do not expect for this to reopen anytime soon. Again, this is a look at that scene there right now that we are keeping a close eye on for you. Northbound I-75, all lanes closed. Traffic being diverted off at 795. That's a look at your Contrada Law Firm Traffic Tracker.
All right, Allie, thank you so much. You saw out there the roads are quite the mess. We've had a lot of rain here overnight, dampening the roads, and that's kind of moving out to the east. We have a little dry pocket coming in.
Yeah, it's going to be scattered showers, I think, from this point forward, Melissa. Exactly right. We're going to talk about on and off showers now through mid-morning. The steadiest of the rain I do have east of Toledo, Sandusky over toward Port Clinton, down toward Fremont. That's going to include Clyde and Green Springs, where we do have some steady pockets of rain that still are occurring into Port Clinton. Let's look out toward the Thomas Edison Bridge, the Bay Bridge between Danbury and Sandusky. There's all the raindrops that are shown up on the roadways and on the camera lens. Lighter rain showers in the Toledo Metro, maybe just a little bit of drizzle or a couple of sprinkles, and you will see rain showers out the door. A good idea to have that umbrella and rain jacket handy. Mid-40s will be expected, close to the upper 40s. Cloudy skies still will remain through the lunch hour, still cool, and into the afternoon. Highs today may even struggle to reach 50 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Our alert day for Thursday remains out there. Details next, coming up in just a bit. Back over to you.
Chris, thank you. Now to a second big breaking story we're following for you this morning. A fire rips through a portion of a West Toledo school overnight. School leaders tell us Zion Lutheran School will be closed for today. Our Mike Holden joins us live from the school this morning with details on this fire. And Mike, we understand this fire left behind a lot of damage.
Yeah, extensive damage inside of this school. We actually just talked to the principal who lives in the area. He came out here in between live shots, and he told us from looking inside and speaking with fire officials that the boiler room where this fire started is not structurally sound. So that is a big safety concern, number one. Number two, they need to bring out the insurance adjusters to look over the damage that you're seeing right here on your screen with the water pouring out of the boiler as well as water dripping down from the ceiling and still smoke coming out of there. And finally, they're working to regroup following this situation. They're going to bring out the staff later on today, have a meeting, and determine where to go from here. But overnight, fire crews were met with extensive smoke, heavy fire, when they arrived just after midnight to Zion Lutheran Schools. You can see pretty extensive damage out here. They were able to extinguish that fire in a matter of time, but they say it was rather challenging because of the cold weather as well as that rainfall. Again, Zion Lutheran Schools is closed this morning, and school officials say they are grateful that no children were here and no staff were here when this all went down.
Happy that this happened at a time in which there's nobody in the building and everyone is safe.
Now back out here live, crews will assess the damage. As we said, insurance adjusters will be contacted to look over all of this. But again, just from our live images, I want to show you this glass block window was actually shattered out by fire crews, and the combination of those flames made a massive mess. Again, Zion Lutheran Schools closed this morning. It is unclear if they will be closed in the days ahead. Reporting live in West Toledo, Mike Holden, WTOL 11.
All right, good work out there. Thank you, Mike. Right now, police are looking for a driver who ran away from the scene of a crash. 2 people went to the hospital here, and look at the damage. This around 3 this morning, right there in the rain. Police say a minivan ran the red light at South and Maumee. The minivan T-boned another car and pushed it into a pole. The passenger in the van and the driver of the car both in the hospital, but again, that search is on for the minivan driver who ran off. Police do believe that van was stolen.
At 6:37 this morning, police in Findlay are on the lookout for a serial robber after a late-night holdup. This happened at a gas station on North Main Street shortly after 8:30. Police say the robber was armed with a knife and had his face covered with a mask. He got away with money from the register. You may recall just 2 nights ago, a man matching the same description robbed a different gas station on North Main Street. No injuries were reported in either case.
Toledo City Council is scheduled to vote on a controversial Kroger plan later today. Kroger wants to build a bigger store with more amenities on the Sisters of Notre Dame property. That's right across the street from the current store on Secor. But Kroger needs council's approval to get the land rezoned for commercial use. Some people living in that area are opposed to the plan because they don't want more traffic. Check in with Toledo's news leader tonight to find out if that plan is approved. WTOL 11 has Toledo's most advanced weather and traffic systems on television.
And that technology is really helping our viewers this morning. Take a look at your screen. This is a live picture of a tractor trailer crash that has I-75 northbound shut down right now.
Maya Bly is live, and Allie Bradley is going to show us how to get around this just minutes away. Chris?
Well, we have an alert day also out there for later in the work week for this storm system that's going to be approaching. And how about our first alert, WTOL weather app 2, tracking the rain that's out and about at this point this morning down to your very street. It is a free download and a very valuable tool out the door. Full forecasts coming up at 6:41.